a little. There we go. Hopefully Clint will be happy. Ooh, Lord of mercy. How's everybody doing? Decided to put the Mickey Mouse ears back on. Did a little wave with my hair just to make sure that, we're looking a little better. Feeling better. Hey, Cicely. Oh, yes. This show's going to be a little sexual. How is everyone doing is it Thursday? Yeah, well, I'm hydrating. Hey, May. Hey, Rod. Hey, Drew. Welcome. Hopefully you're having a fantastic Thursday. Hola, Manny. Saludos desde Denton, Texas. Hola, Alejandro. Saludos. Qué bueno que estás con nosotros. Espero que estés bien. Hola, Paul Martinez. Hi. Hey, Jan Jan. Every time I say Jan Jan, there's on RuPaul's Drag Race, there's one of the contestants. Her name is Jan. Just Jan. And I think it's funny. Hola, Carmencita, ¿cómo estás? Qué bueno verte. Hey, Mike Reno, how are you? So I brought the Mickey ears, and I also brought a little for the shade, honey, for the shade. A little fan. Hey, Richard. It's an absolute, from some gay parade back in the, God, Lord knows when was this. All is well, Mr. Richard. Richard T. Hey, Mike Reno. Hey, Def B. Oh, right. Don't it look cute? Right. No, wait. You got to keep the wave. There we go. Hey, hanging with Linda. Hey, sister number one. Definitely haircut time, Mike. But we're gonna write it out because as you saw yesterday, this side comes up to here and this one over here. So we're gonna write it out for a little bit. And since it's Thursday, you might as well just do it and enjoy a blue moon if you're watching me. I don't drink at home. Last week I did have a beer. I am judgmental of myself if I drink at home. I'm gonna leave it at that. Hey, Emily. Hey, Linda. Everyone in my family can do it, but I just can't. I like to have drinks when I'm on vacation. I like to have drinks when I'm out. If I could do the same with cigarettes, I'd be in heaven. Maybe I should look at it that way. So I was going through some of my old boxes, and I found this little guy. So have you guys ever seen this guy? Hey, Rachel. Hey, Henry. Oh, Henry. I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Have you ever seen him? The guy in the barrel? I'm going to put him. Oh, it's not high enough. So also, Linda says she rarely drinks at home. Hey, Rachel. Did I say Rachel? Hey, Matt's Gambling Stuff. How are you? I'm sure you're loving this. I mean, you're playing video games all the time. Hey, little bit of nothing. How are you doing? Hey, Mr. Scotty B. Scotty says, hey, Manny, truth be told, I have been drinking more since the lockdown, and I rarely drink. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, Vicente. Everything's good. Checking it out. Okay, so Matt has seen our little guy. Hey, Debbie. Hey, little Dutchie. We'll show him more towards the end. I just want to. This was gifted to me years ago. Seems like I'm reliving the past. I used to work for a company in which I used to go to the Philippines at least once every month. And on one of the trips, I got this as a joke. No problem, Henry. I hope you watch the replay because I was talking about one of the jackpots that I got one time, and I had shared. I won't say anything more about it. Okay, Matt, perfect. The guy in the barrel will remain a mystery until the end of the show. So make sure that you stick with us. No pun intended, and only maybe Matt will know what that is. Hey, Miss LJ. Yes, War 66. That is a Philippine barrel, man. It is. So you know the joke. It's fun. What can I say? And I also have my fan, and I've already moisturized. There's the hair. Yes, honey. Yes. I was watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and please don't. Um, I don't keep up with them, but it was interesting because there's a lot's been said about a fight that Kim and Courtney had, and my very good friend Ernie, he keeps with them all the time. So I was telling him or asking him, was the fight really real? Because to me, it seemed a little fake, especially when Chloe was saying, close the doors, get out of here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this seems a little staged. But he confirmed that it was real and that Courtney, I guess, is not filming with them anymore. So there you go. But that led me to, oh, don't spoil the surprise. Sorry. I mean, you'll see it. You can be your own. This aired like 2 weeks ago, I think. But you'll see what it was all about. I'm kind of on Courtney's side, based on the little that I saw and her interviews with the producers. So hey Kenneth, hey Linda B, hey Dan Sacco. So many new people that I'm seeing here. Welcome, thank you for joining us tonight. If you're just joining, we have a little barrel man that if you know what it is, don't say anything, but we'll share what he does later on. And I got him on a trip to the Philippines. Yeah, so I was watching that, and throughout the day, as I was working from home, I noticed that they were doing a Real Housewives of New York marathon on Bravo, and it was the Scary Island season. And thankfully, during lunch was the Scary Island episode, and that episode is just bananas. But I enjoyed it. Hey, Ms. Delana. Hey, Tracy Ford. How you doing, Mama? For those of you just joining, this is the guy that I was asking if you guys have seen him or not. I haven't picked up any new habits, but I will say that today or last week, I picked up a box of, I want to say that it was Mickey Manny, what? Oh, Mickey Manny. Oh, for the ears. Yay. Got it. I thought that maybe you couldn't hear me. I think it was called rice-a-roni, Spanish rice-a-roni. I never have good luck at making rice. I like the food that I cook myself, but my rice, when I cook it, is not like my mom's rice or my grandmother's rice. But this was just insane. Like I followed the recipe to the T. I did everything I needed to do between the saute and the water. And I swear to you that it was a mix between pasta, cheese, rice. It was just a mess. Like, I couldn't even move it. And my mom said, take a picture. I'm like, I'm not sending her a picture of that. She's going to see that I'm horrible. For those of you just joining, hi, Anna Slots. Hey, Michael, welcome. Here's a little guy, Michael. I think you're gonna like this guy. Maybe I should send it to you. But have you seen him? Hey, Miss Olga. It's been a while since I've seen you. I hope you're doing good. But the taste was good. I would say that at least taste-wise, it was good. And I had a little Caesar salad next to it. It was a bagged Caesar salad, and that was good. But outside of that, I'm kind of interested to finding out from you guys, what kind of new things are you picking up outside of the alcohol on your daily lives if you're staying at home? I've heard some people are planting, which is good. On my end, I don't have anywhere to plant. I feel like I'm doing laundry more often than I did when I was working at home. So that's my one different thing. So I'm intrigued to see what you guys are doing to keep yourselves sane during this. Scotty B that says that he's cleaning more around the house. Tracy says that she's cooking more. Are you cooking anything special, Miss Tracy? Are you doing recipes that maybe before you haven't done, just to spice it up a little bit? So that's what I'm intrigued to know. I'm only one, so I can only cook for myself. In the morning, I usually have a little breakfast sandwich that I make myself with some coffee. I've been drinking a lot more coffee. I would say that. Say sister number one, Miss Joyce says that she's making breads. That's nice. Um, and what else? And Olga says that she's still going to the office to work. Boy's been cleaning and cooking more. Well, that's good. How's the baby too? Northwest Man says that he's playing cards. Hey, Nicole Wayman. Tracy Ford says that I made some Spanish rice with pink beans, homemade sofrito. That's what I was going for with this because I couldn't find any rice. But I'm not buying one of those Bucks rice anymore. And Paul says that he's been eating and sleeping than work. May says that walks are good for you, but I didn't have any time today. Matt says, although I used to stay at home a lot and play video games, I do miss going out, but I'm good. Yeah, today I had to get some soda. So after work, I just went to our local QT, got 2 liters, and came right back. Deb B says, seem to be partaking more. Partaking in what, Miss Deb B? And Fly Eagles Fly, Tracy Ford, and Deb B. Hopefully the Phillies will be back next year. How about them Phillies? Say sister number 2, Miss Debbie cleaning cabinets out. It's a good time. That's how I found this guy. I was like, what? Hey, Miss Linda. How are you? Linda S. LJ says that she's been bike riding. I'm actually out now on a break. Met some other nice bikers that do this every night. Oh, nighttime biking. Interesting. Nicole says that she's still working every day. I'm cooking and eating a lot more. I think we're all in that same boat of eating a lot more. I miss them Phillies. That, you know what? This last weekend here in Arizona, they were playing the game when the Diamondbacks were at Philly last season. So that was nice. I do like watching baseball, and I miss it. Delana says, looking for baby tiger cubs. I need a younger man in the house. You need more than one, honey. If you're looking for the tiger cubs, more than one man, darling. Hey, Jennifer B. Wait, it's the other way around. On the Tiger King saga, I think I'm going to rewatch it again because today I posted on my Facebook wall the video of Carol when she was, or that Joey did, of her feeding her late husband to the tigers. That was really funny. Like, what I couldn't get over was his voice. Like, that was, I mean, he didn't sound like that. That had to be auto-tuned for sure. Auto-tuned for days, because there's no way he sounded like that at all. So Henry says, so you heard they are thinking of having the MLB season in Arizona. I would be thrilled with that. I mean, there's plenty of parks here to do it because we do the Cactus League over here. It would just be doubled. Oh, thank you, Nicole. I try to fix my hair a little bit today. Make sure that my Mickey hat fit perfectly. I run out of snacks. And what I mean by that is like Easter snacks. I have plenty of snacks of other stuff. But I kind of don't want to. Maybe I'll wait until they're 75% on Sunday and buy some more for next week. Northwest Man says he's going to miss not watching the Masters and Tiger Woods. I've never been a fan of golf. The few times that I've golfed was at, what do they call that here, LJ? That's across from Top Golf. That's the only time that I've golfed Top Golf. So there you go. I'm not really a golfer. I don't follow it. But for those of you that just joined us, have you seen this guy before? If you have, just say yes. Don't spoil it for anyone that has never seen this guy before. I was doing a little bit of cleaning and I found him from one of my trips to the Philippines. Oh, good night, Miss Deb. Stay healthy, you as well. Sending you a big kiss and a big love over to you in Philadelphia. Hanging with Linda. I guess Top Golf can be fun. For me, I was just drinking. I was fine with that. Like I said, drinking when I'm out, love it. Love it. And at the time, we had the food catered by them, and we had a great time. but I don't know how to swing when it comes to that kind of swinging. Rod White says watching golf is about as exciting as watching paint dry. Well, these days you may as well, because I mean, being home all day, that's everything that we're doing. So everything all of a sudden becomes exciting. Like to me, watching the Kardashians, I've never been really into the Kardashians, but just wanted to see what the whole fight was about. Henry says, I would be in Augusta all this week. Looks like I will be there in November. Well, good for you. I guess you do like golf. I'm assuming that has to be golf related. So it's been a while since I've called people. I've been doing it not during this time. So I don't know who I'm going to call today. Oh, let me collect my points, because I got free points on my little apps that I play just to make believe that I'm at the casino. And I play the Lightning Link and I play Heart of Vegas. So if you're watching and you have Facebook, add me and send me some coins on Heart of Vegas. Would be really appreciated. Okay, so there's no point there. There's definitely points here. Cashman. So let's see. Let me collect the points and then we'll call somebody. There we go. What else is happening with you guys? Hey, Miss Bonnie, how are you doing? Hopefully you're having a fabulous Thursday. That itch in my ear. Oh, I need to come here. We're gonna call somebody. I swear. Hanging with Linda says that she thinks some states will be opening up in a couple of weeks. I've told everyone that the next 2 weeks are going to be key, but you also have to be careful, because that also means that potentially we could have a surge again. So we just want to make sure that we're careful. Hey, Anunnaki. Welcome. Hi. Let's see if they answer.
Hello?
Hello. What are you doing? Are you taking a bath?
I'm taking a shower.
Ooh, let me do the FaceTime so that people can see you.
Oh, no. You don't want a 90 day.
I don't want what?
You don't want a 90-day ban.
Oh. Well, I mean, like it's going to come through on camera.
You didn't hear the water?
I can hear the water, yes. He's totally bathing. You're not taking a shower. Yes, I am.
Oh, hello, everybody.
So what made you get some money on that application, Charles?
Well, it was only $10 and you got $30. And then I ended up winning $150 and putting it all back. I do not recommend anybody put real money onto that game.
But how could you do it if you're here and they're in California?
No. It's a sweepstakes casino.
Oh.
So somehow they fit the law where they can do that.
Oh, gotcha. The game seemed pretty lame, though.
Well, if any slot sale tells you to sign up for it, go tell them to go fuck themselves.
Or at least ask for a $100 buy-in, right?
Yeah. Don't do any referrals on that stuff. Wait for the casinos to open, folks.
Hey, Windy City Frenzy. Hi, Simon. It's a slot machine. Welcome. Okay. Well, I was surprised that you gave in.
I did try it for my VIP members, and it was interesting, but I would never do it again.
Especially the games weren't that fun.
No.
Yeah.
The payouts are terrible.
Yeah. I do have Mickey ears on, Miss Bonnie. I do have my Mickey ears on. Okay, well, I'll let you finish your bath. Are you having a glass of wine too?
Am I having a glass of wine?
Yeah, since you're bathing.
Well, Why would I have a glass of wine?
When you take a bath, you usually have like a glass of wine, or
Manny, I just pop in the shower and get out right away.
Yeah, it sounds like you're bathing, not showering. Hey, Brad Nicholas, how are you? Brad
I
is.
am in the shower, everybody. I'm rinsing my hair. So
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for answering, Charles. And it's a small world after all. Bye.
well, thank you for calling. I feel very honored.
You know they always check in with my friends.
Well, I just gotta say that when Manny calls you, you should pick up and feel honored.
Yes, I feel honored that you're picking up. So we're honorable together.
Absolutely.
Hi, James Norman. Hi, Patsy. Brad Nicholas, are you the Brad from Longview and from Talking Stick with the Little Red? I think you are, but I just want to make sure. Brad Nicholas, he's been on some of our group pools. He's the one that posted. I don't know if it's him. I'm waiting for him to confirm that. Okay, so it is him. He's the one that had that crazy hit on Little Red, that crazy jackpot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's in my chat. I just wanted. Yeah, no, that hit was insane. I will give you this much, Brad. I am and Charles. I am looking forward to playing Little Red.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah.
And the big win potential that you like is there.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's The Walking Dead, too.
Yeah,
that's
much.
what it is. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's easier than Walking Dead because it actually plays with you.
Yeah. If it wants to play. Like any
there
game.
You go.
Like any game. Like any game.
You just always gotta be right.
I have to keep Nancy in check. She has to come out from time to time.
Yeah, Nancy. All right.
Okie dokie. Thank you, Charles.
Thank you for going live for everybody.
Oh, thank you for taking a shower for everybody.
Oh, no problem. Butt-ass naked right now.
Bye.
Bye.
Linda's still waiting for El Sordo. Dalana, I can try Slotman Jack if you want me to. I don't know if he's going to answer. I mean, obviously, I don't know, because what time is it? 8, 9, 10, 11. What do you want me to ask him if I call him, Dalana? Oh, yes, that's one thing that I wanted to talk about. Thanks for reminding me, Henry. On my Facebook group, I made a post because I am subscribed to some emails for the gaming community, and I think they're running out of content because there's really nothing happening. So in this particular email, there was a link showing the top performing slot games. So let's review this real quick and address Dave Nutter. Welcome, Angela Gorman. How are you? And if you joined in, have you ever seen this little guy? And if you haven't, that's fine. We're going to show you towards the end of the show. But if you have, then don't spoil it for everyone. So there's our little guy in a barrel tonight. So the superstars, these are the top performing, widely distributed core game titles. I'm going to start with number 5. I have the top 5. Although they're showing the top, I'm only showing the top 5. So these are games that are widely distributed across the United States, and these are the superstars. These are the top 5 games out there. So what do you guys think is number 5? Give out some slot names, and we'll go through the list. Hello, Sue. How are you? Jose Fuentes, Domani, esta encerración nos tiene desesperados. Absolutely. We're totally desperate being at home. Pero tenemos que mantener la calma for sure. Angela says Dancing Drums. Dancing Drums is on the list, but it's not number 5, which is kind of cool. Wicked Winnings 2. Nope, it's not on the list. A specific slot, Brad Nichols. So now we know that Dancing Drums is on the list. It's not number 5. 88 Fortunes, says Miss Bonnie. And 88 Fortunes is actually not on the list. Ainsworth doesn't have any games on this particular list, which is the Superstars, the top performing, widely distributed games. Lightning Link has to be there, and Lightning Link is not in there, Brad, believe it or not. Jose Fuentes, he says Buffalo, and Buffalo for sure is on the list, but not that one. So let's go through the list. Number 5 is Golden Jungle by IGT. This is the one where you get up to 10 spins and you have to collect the little symbols to drop wilds with the tiger. That is number 5. Like I've seen the game out there, usually next to Coinorama or whatever it's called, but never thought that it was a top performing game. But apparently people love it and play it. Number 4 was Dancing Drums. I'm surprised that Dancing Drums is still there. From a unit sold perspective, it's decreased, but it's still one of the most popular. Number 3, and it was just released so recently, Buffalo Gold Revolution. That's number 3. Number 2, and this game has sold 662% more units or than they expected. It's taking off like crazy. Hexbreaker 3. That kitty. I know Adam was really happy, and I've seen this game here in Arizona, but I didn't think that game people will be buying it like crazy, meaning the slot manufacturers. But overall, the number 1 superstar in terms of being the most distributed is the regular Buffalo Gold collection. Their percentage is low in terms of how many units they're sold, because I think, pretty much everyone has that game. When it comes to new releases, after release, that game is hard. It is hard. Food LA was not on the list, Brad. Not on the list. Sold units, not payback. Yes, James. These are those top 5 that I went through are games that are sold to the casinos. In terms of new releases, brand new games, these are the top 5 performing newly released game titles. But I only have 3. Sorry. In the number 3 position is Crazy Money Double Deluxe. That's one of the new games it's being sold like crazy. It's by Incredible Technologies, and this is the one that I think has like the 2 versions, and then it opens up of Crazy Money. Number 2 is Mistress of Egypt Grand, and I know that I've seen this game in Arizona, but the number 1, the one that the casinos are buying the most, is the Vault by Every. Anuka says, by the way, does not play slot machines. Oh, hi. Well, if you don't play them, but you say that Aristocrat's the best, and you have a stake in it, I don't know what they mean by core leaders, but these are the top performing core game titles for the last 3 months. Number 5 is Buffalo Gold Revolution. Number 4 is Dragon Fudai Lian by Aristocrat. I don't know what that one is. Maybe it's the one that has the little coins. I don't know. Number 3 is Hexbreaker 3. Number 2 is Ice of Fortune, Cash Explosion. I didn't think I don't remember what Cash Explosion is. Yeah, come down. Core is generic titles, premium or lease. Oh, okay. So I'm sure then we'll get to the premiums too. And then the number 1 is always Buffalo Gold, reigning supreme. Premium leaders, top performing premium games, and Charles says that premiums are lease, so they have to pay for this. This was just won by Aristocrat, and everything is Lightning Link. So number 5 is Spring Festival for Dragon Link. Number 4 is Autumn Moon. Number 3 is Happy and Prosperous. Number 2 is Golden Century, and number 1 is Panda Magic. I don't know if Panda Magic is my favorite Dragon Link. I feel like the game is really tough. And when I posted this, Shelly B from Shelly B's Capades said that the game was hard and, it doesn't pay as much. Oh, that's what that is, Patsy. Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't 100% sure. Um, David Isaac says most every games don't pay great. I don't necessarily agree. Depends on the game, and you did say most, but there are some games that can pay very well, especially some of the older ones. Hey, Curryhead, hashtag 2021, honey. We're not going to 2022. Panda Magic over Golden Century. I guess people lose so much money on Panda, they keep trying, but it's not by much, actually. Not by much. They're pretty tight between the five of them when it comes to those premium titles. And I think that was it, right? Yeah. Let me go to the article itself and see if there was, because I didn't post the entire thing, or I didn't take pictures of every one of the every one of the graphs. So let me see if I see something different here. It's a magic panda. No, he's not a magic panda, Anuki. Well, if he hit a jackpot, it's a magic panda, but it's not a magic panda. Little Duchess says that I'm a Lightning Link Cash fan. Dragon Link is it's tough for me. I think it's tough for everybody. And hanging with Linda said Happy and Prosperous is nice. Yeah, I like Happy and Prosperous. Rachel says I love Ultimate Fire Link over any Lightning Link. I kind of agree with you. I think they're more fun games. Go to site. No. What was that? Angela says, I don't like either of those much, but I did get a handbag on Golden Century. Good. Congrats, lady. Okay, so we did Superstars, new releases, core, premium leaders. Oh, so these are the top titles by supplier. So from a slot machine manufacturer, these are the games that are the most top performing games in terms of units sold by supplier. So from AGS, Rachel Carey, what? I win the mega on Ultimate Fire Link and Penny $1. Ooh, congratulations, girl. That must have been exciting. Super fun. Sue Torres says, hi, Sue. Love Walking Dead 2 won 10,000 on MGN in Detroit, but they took it out. I know. Here they went from 4 Walking Dead 2s to only 2. And if you're just joining us, have you ever seen this little guy before? We'll find out what he's all about in that barrel. Oh, what's happening inside that barrel by the end of the show. So AGS, their top title is Rakin' Bacon. And I do like that little piggy, but he can be so tough at times. So that's their top performing one. Native Slots, how are you? All casinos are closed. I'm at a loss with the savings. I'm accumulating. So this is what having money feels like. Well, there you go. Maybe you can take actually a nice vacation and then go somewhere that you've never been to. Hey, Jenna O. Oh, hello, Kitty. I was going to say Jenna's Kitty, but that sounds bad. From an Ainsworth perspective, their number one title is the Multiplay Supercharged Sevens. I don't play Ainsworth much. I used to, but not anymore. Aristocrat, it is Panda Magic. For Aruse, is Jack's Hunted Wins. And I can totally see that being one of their top games because it has that Lightning Link feature of a hold and spin option, which people love. On the Bally side, and they're still treating Bally separate, Charles, it's Ultimate Fire Link, but the China Street. And I actually like that version better than Olivera Street just because I just love multipliers. On the Every side, Wicked Wheel Smoking Hot Stuff. That game took off for reals. IGT, Mistress of Egypt, is the one that's most requested. Golden Spin Ultra Rush is for Incredible Technologies. I don't think I've ever heard of that game. On Konami is the Five Elemental Legends Treasure Ball. I don't think the Elemental is the one that's selling the most. The one that's selling the most is the Treasure Ball idea, because I think that those Five Elemental Legends, that's really rough when you get free games to get something that's worth it. Um, Lightning Gaming, this is the one where it has the yellow balls and their core. I mean, I think they only have those games. Shingun Guo Quick Link. It's only quick links. For scientific games, Dancing Drums Explosion. And I'm surprised because although that game is out, it's on that huge cabinet, and not everyone's getting that cabinet, but maybe they are. And then for WMS is Monopoly Money. So there you go. That's what you guys are playing. That's what your slot floor managers think of getting for your casinos because of what you and your peers are playing, or we are playing. Little Dutchie says, "Oh, but Ainsworth Thunder Cash is amazing when betting on one line." Yeah, that's an older game, and I mostly see that game on High Limit. But these are the games that the slot floor managers are requesting because you guys are gravitating towards those. Is Eureka and Piggy on the list? No, these are just the top games based on distribution and sales. So you're going to be seeing a lot more Panda Magic, it seems. Native says, I hit all 5 Clios for the bonus and Clio 2, a nickel machine at 5x bet. Didn't even know it was a jackpot till the bonus ended. Oh my God. Just those 5 alone. Of course it is a jackpot. James says that he still won Tomorrow Never Dies in Arizona. Why am I not snacking tonight? I don't. Oh, Linda, because I run out of Easter egg snacks. So everything that I have from a snacking perspective is more like chips and things like that, and I don't feel like having chips right now. So there we go. But I think I'm going to buy more Easter candy when they go to 75% this weekend. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. So that was the list on that. And if you just joined us, this is the little guy that I was asking you guys if you know what he's all about. If you do know what he's all about, don't spoil it for everyone. But if you don't, you want to wait till the end of the show to see what he's all about. We said that we wanted to call somebody else. So let's see. Let's look through the list. Hey, Lucky Dog Slots, welcome. What did Rachel say? 75% of Easter candy is everything. Yes, honey. Yes, that'll keep your diabetes going. When you take that insulin, you're gonna feel so much better too. I'm totally kidding, but you know what I mean. Oh, I don't like when my list is like this because I don't know what it's like to love somebody. I've seen Tiger. I've seen Tiger. Oh, she said Slotman Jack. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Let's see if he answers. Can't promise anything. Oh, you're welcome, Bonnie. Thank you for joining me. It's about the mini magic panda in that mini barrel. Hey, Heather Lee, welcome. I'm glad you were able to join us. And we're trying to keep it happy. So if you know what this is, keep it to yourself. If not, you'll find out at the end. Mr. Jack, how are you?
Oh, wonderful. Mr. Slot Traveler, how are you doing?
Fantastic. I was going to, Delana wanted to ask you what your thoughts were on casinos opening.
On casinos opening?
Yeah.
As in, when are they going to open, or
Yeah, as to when do you think they're going to open?
I don't know. I think it's going to be different area to area, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them all. It's not like all of North America is going to open everywhere at the same time. I think each jurisdiction is going to have to see where they're at, and then decide from there where to open. My best guess would be May 1st in some areas and June 1st in others.
That's what I think too. If we don't get the second
I
surge,
think,
if we get the second surge, then we're looking at July or August.
I think the second surge is going to happen regardless. I don't think you can shut down everything forever. I think what's happening right now, it is me personally, of course. I could, just be talking, stupid. But my whole feeling is that the entire healthcare system, in most countries, here in Canada, the U.S., are trying to buy time. And with buying time is getting up to speed and having the necessary spaces, to have the necessary ventilators, to have the necessary, masks, everything, in order to treat. Because eventually, it's not like this thing's going to go away. There's no timetable as to how long this could be around for 2 more years.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you're not going to shut down the world for 2 more years. So basically, they're trying to buy as much time as possible to get everything that's necessary, put the infrastructure in place, and then be open to open stuff, and then warn people, say, hey, listen, if you're old, if you're autoimmune compromised, stay at home or have as little interaction as possible. Keep up the social distancing. Don't put your hand in your mouth. Don't, you got to cover you up when you cough or sneeze. And then it's going to be, everyone goes out there, and chances are, you might get this sometime within the next 6 months. And it's just a matter of our healthcare system having the space or having the ability to help people that do get sick. That's what I personally think.
That's a valid point. That is a valid point. Yeah, I agree. How are you guys doing over in Toronto?
We're fine. Just enjoying, all the time off. Not having to do much, catching up on TV shows and surfing the net. Right.
Cases wise, are you guys in the high already? Have you reached your peak?
What's that? Have we reached our peak yet?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the social distancing and the people staying home is working. We're about 15 million people here in the province of Ontario. In the GTA, in the Greater Toronto area, we're about 5 million people. So even though it's a pretty big cluster, I believe we're the fourth biggest city in North America, next to New York, LA, Mexico City, Chicago, and then Toronto. So I think fifth biggest city. So seeing as to population density, I don't think our numbers are that bad. And most of the stuff that's happening just outside of Toronto is the nursing homes, unfortunately, where they just weren't staffed correctly or prepared for it. And we had one nursing home, which I feel really bad that's had 13 deaths, and that's the highest percentage has come from that one nursing home, unfortunately.
Mm.
Today is the first. Actually, today in Ontario was the first case as well that a hospital worker passed away from COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the first medical person that died as well. So,
if anyone is of essential services or in the healthcare business, thank you so much for all you do. We appreciate it. And that's sad. I've been trying to stay away from the news. I just try to get the basics. So I listen to Governor Cuomo because I feel like he's just fact driven. This is the number. This is what we got. This is what we asked for. This is what we didn't get. This is what we're going to get. Done. Perfect. I don't need to know about ratings. I don't need to know about how many women you're dated. I'm not interested in any of that. Just, I feel like New York leads the country, and if we see New York go down, then we all know that there's a path, and that's it.
Yeah, I think we'd be at this point. This isn't going to go anywhere. We'd be naive to think that we're just going to wake up a month from now and it's going to be gone. It's this type of This type of thing, will last a year, 2 years, 3 years. We don't know. So I think it's just a matter of getting if we can get the vaccine, that would be great, right? And if not the vaccine, at least have the enough ventilators and everything that the people that do need it will get the help that they need. And the testing, of course. The testing is a big deal. I posted something on Facebook actually a couple hours ago where I was watching CNN, and I just saw the Obama press conference from 2014,
right?
Where he said, 5 years from now, the pandemic, and I was like blown away that they were kind of preparing for it in regards to they needed to set up some sort of infrastructure. And that's exactly what he was talking about. It's one of those things. Nobody wants to prepare for it, but
because it's expensive for sure.
Not only it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And why as a government would you want to pour in so much money into something that happens every once in 100 years or whatever that you don't believe is going to happen in your lifetime? But it did happen, right?
Crazy.
So, are you missing your slot machine? More importantly,
I am not. Everyone gives me a hard time. They're like, "You're a fucking addict." Of course you are. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I mean, I go to Longview, which is my local casino. They have a little store reservation. Get my cigarettes there. So I get 2 packs. They charge me $18 for it. So I lose $18 still going there to get cigarettes. So I still curse them. So I'm good. So it's like nothing's changed,
Yeah.
I still go to that area to lose money. So I'm good.
Now, do you know anyone personally that's gotten COVID-19?
That is a good question. I don't think I have yet. No.
No?
CJ Trevino said, "No, mamas, we want to see gambling dormant." I hear you, but right now I don't miss it. I don't. So to me, I think I'm a heavy smoker because I will admit that. But back in the day when I used to go to the Philippines and when I got this little guy, I would take a plane from Philadelphia all the way to LA, spend about 5 hours in LA, have pretty much like a pack of cigarettes during that layover, and then 12 hours in a plane, no issues. They didn't have the need to smoke. I was fine. So, I think when it comes to that, I'm someone that has an addicted personality, but when it's not there, I think I can manage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you can't
Sexy
smoke, you don't smoke. It's not in your mind, right?
Right. If you can't do it, there's no reason to worry about it. How about you? Are you shaking? Scratching?
No.
Is the wife?
I'm fine. We can legally gamble up here in Canada anyways online. We have a government website that has slot machines. We have
Oh, right in the middle of a good story. But if you watch PMT, he plays a lot online with some of those games. Some are the same as in the casinos. And I think Shameless too.
Hey, Manny?
Yeah, I guess you fell out of the area.
I got cut off there. But yeah, I was going to say, online slots are legal here in Ontario. So we can gamble on. And from I don't know if you know, like the online machines that they have way crazier, 10,000x potential and stuff like that than you would find in any casino in Vegas and stuff.
You know that I watch PMT from time to time and Shameless too.
Yeah.
I used to do online gambling years ago here in the USA when it was still, when the waters were a little murky where you could do it.
Yeah, gray area.
Yeah, and I did enjoy it, and I hit a couple jackpots too. Like it could be fun, but to me, I think I still like the idea of going to the local, ordering a beer, sitting down, having a smoke, maybe seeing people, going with friends. So yeah.
Yeah, for the same with me, like playing a slot machine, in my bed on my phone, risking whatever hundreds of dollars, whatever. It just seems almost like a worse drug type thing.
Yeah.
It's one thing to smoke a joint, with friends around a campfire or whatever, just enjoy yourself. And it's another thing to lock yourself up in a basement and, injecting heroin.
Brett Nichols,
I compare the two.
Brett says,
When I'm playing on my phone in the basement, somewhere
right.
like that.
Brett says the irony is that I would always remind myself if I win big, I don't give it all back. The casino will always be open next week. Well, if you won back the last trip you did, you're still winning big by them being closed. So you're still good on that.
I don't know if you know this, but 10 years ago, I did have a huge online issue there where I was the guy in the basement on my phone at 3 a.m. playing, right? So I did like a lifetime ban sort of thing with online, just because if you think going to the casino is addictive, right? That I can handle no problem. But when it's readily available on your phone and on the computer and all that type of stuff with the online, it makes it a lot more difficult, a lot more addicting. And I fell into that trap, and I got rid of it. I can't remember how many years ago it was that I banned myself.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's even online. Even at the casino, when you put 100, you don't care. But online, they're credit, so there's no real money exchange, right? Or your mind tells yourself that, where you're like, okay, well, here's 50 more, 100 more, don't matter, because you're not seeing that money leaving.
That's the exact thing. And with the online, it was connected with my online sports betting account. So, in the sports betting, I was doing decent, and I had quite a large bankroll. And, and it's not like in the regular casino where you put $100 at a time in the machine. With the online, if you have 10 grand in your account, well, you got 10 grand in that machine. So you can just keep playing it as much as your heart desires, right?
Yep.
And, the bets were a lot larger, especially if you look at 10 years ago, to have these machines with, $100 max bets and stuff like that. So it can get out of hand really, 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 really quick. So
yeah,
and I just thought it's just not for me. So that's why I got rid of it. That's why I could say what I say about the difference between online and real, because I've done them both, and I find that when I do a real casino, I'm much more there's precautions you can take. You don't take your bank card. You got your winner's bank. There's different things that you can do to make sure that you don't lose more than you want to. Where with online, there's no real precautions other than, deposit limits, whatever that you do.
On my end, I don't have a winner's bank because I would take the key with me. So, but Pete Lister, he's Canadian.
Leave a key at all?
Yeah, or I'll take a hammer to it. I'll find a way. So Pete Lister asks, how much have you spent on Lotto Max tickets? 70 million night right now in Canada.
Yeah, our lotto's at the max point, 70 million. We don't have the megabucks like you guys that goes on, or the, what's it called? Is it the megabucks?
And Powerball and
Powerball,
Mega Millions.
Yeah, ours don't go up to $1 billion like you guys do. So our 70 million is pretty much our nation's biggest lottery right now. But I don't play the lottery that much. Every once in a while, if I'm at the gas station and I see it just hits my eye, I'll buy a ticket. Or else I'm not really. I don't play scratch tickets. I see a lot of slot channels playing scratch tickets and stuff like that. I'm not really into scratch tickets. And I'm not really into lotto for some reason.
Yeah, me neither.
I guess I do enough with my sports gambling, my slot machines, and whatever else that I don't need everything. Right?
Yeah. So in terms of the the little bank, Emily says, that's me, break the bank right in the bathroom. And Brad says, preach. I think I want my third winner's bank. Some people can be really disciplined.
I can just see myself stomping on it in the middle of a casino, trying to break it with my foot or something. Who knows, trying to get the money out.
Right.
But, yeah.
Can you get that semi to go over it, please? Just get the semi. Just go over it. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, my number one thing with going to casino is not bringing any cards with you. When you don't bring in cards, then you can't lose more than you want to, and that's always been my thing. That the way to stop from losing too much is not to bring the card.
That works as well. How's the wife?
Do you have any of those types of things that you put on yourself?
There are no rules.
No rules?
No rules.
whatever happens, happens.
Whatever
right?
happens, happens. If it happens, perfect. If it doesn't, then we'll go back home.
Yeah.
I mean, I
remember years
set a
ago-
limit, but depending on the night, I'm like, I may stretch that budget a little longer.
Yeah, I remember years ago, you and Bill actually were doing Slot Slasher. You guys were doing a live chat, and you talked about your worst ever night at casino, on how much you could lose in one night. What was your? I can't remember what your worst ever night.
I think back in the day, because we didn't have that many high limit channels, the fact that you could say, well, I probably lost $2,000. But I think one time I hit a jackpot. It was probably like 2,500, and I came home with nothing. So I would say between 2,000 to 3,000 in one night. But these days, I mean, you have channels that start with $10,000 a live stream, and they fit just because they want to get people's attention, and they still lose the entire thing. So I think the amount now these days really doesn't matter. But yeah. I think 2,000 is probably the right number for me.
Yeah, I guess seeing some of these high limit players now, that sometimes when we look at our losses, like, it's not that big of a deal anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you look at the $1,000, $2,000 loss type days, where you see some guy putting in 10 grand.
They're not as impressive. They're not as impressive. They're not as impressive.
Yeah.
And people rather see you losing money than winning money. Because if you win money, you're gonna have to end the stream.
Yeah. Well, I will always say, there's a certain bet level that when I get to, I'm not even enjoying myself betting that much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like where it's supposed to be an enjoyable thing. If where you're betting your $2, $3. I like to bet my $2 to $5, $10, whatever. And every once in a while, if I'm having a winning trip. I don't mind putting in 500 to the machine and betting $25 a spin. That 500 is gone, it's gone, whatever. So I'll take some, $25 stabs as well. 500,000 bucks, whatever. Right, if I'm having a winning period. But as far as going over that amount, I remember, a couple of times where I did $100 spins, and I'll tell you something. I didn't enjoy it. I do not enjoy betting $100 a spin. I just find that it's a waste, and if it doesn't hit, you do 10 spins, lose $1,000 in less than a minute, and then you're like, oh, why did I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's why I don't find it enjoyable at all.
And our friend Brad is saying, and this applies actually everywhere. It's not just in Arizona. If you go to Everi, EVERI.com, they are actually the ones that run a lot of the confirm your card transactions at the casinos. You can fill out a form to add your card into the do not approve section. So if you go to any casino or you try to get money from the casino, that transaction will automatically fail because you can opt out your credit cards from it. So it's not just in Arizona. It's available nationwide. So that's an option too.
It won't work in a casino bank machine?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you can go to the gas station across the street from the casino.
But at that point you're already on your way home.
Yeah.
So.
I guess that's true. That's true.
There's only so many safe ways to keep your money. If you're gonna cheat on every single one of them, then we can't have any.
Yeah. Actually, I was laughing. I was on PMT's live stream a couple of days ago, and we were talking about this topic, and some guy goes, yeah, I left my cards all at home. And he goes, and I just, this one time, he goes, I just went home, got my cards, and went back to the casino.
I did that one time. I did that one time. We both don't know these things.
Yeah.
There's no shame in it.
There's no shame. Like, if you gamble long enough, there's no real shame in any of that. Because you know what? We've all been there, done that. We've all, lost more than we wanted. We've all, gone overboard, whatever. When you gamble long enough, you know it. But I think the secret is to at least learn from it, and then, change your ways in certain regards to be smarter, sort of thing, when you do gamble.
Yep, I agree. Well, I'm hitting the 1 hour mark. I really appreciate talking to you, Slav and Jack, and thank you, Delana, for suggesting it. Not that I didn't want to
for
talk to
calling me.
you.
Actually, you
But
know what I'm watching?
what?
You know what I've been watching when you called me the whole time? I'm watching Game 3, Toronto against Philadelphia Phillies
Oh.
World Series. And I think this game ended 16-14. The Jays kept coming back.
Is this the 88? Did you say 80?
1993. 1993
Oh, yeah.
Minnesota World Series where Joe Carter hit the game-winning home run.
Yeah, we lost that one.
But this is Game 3 there. So Game 3 of Philadelphia. So it's ironic that you called me. You being a Phillies fan.
Yay!
You know?
Go Philly.
Toronto won 15-14.
Wow.
Have a good night, guys.
You
Have a
too.
good night, Manny. Thanks for
Say-
having me. Thanks for calling.
No, of course. Stay safe. Say hi to the wife, and we'll talk again soon.
Perfect. Take care, guys.
Bye. Deanna Starr, hello. So we're at the top of the hour. Hey, Blackberry Thistle Tea. Such great conversation. So, Delana, thank you. He's always such a fun person to talk to because he talks a lot. I listen, but I also talk and he listens, and that's very good. So, do you know this little guy? Do you all know this little guy? He is the barrel man, the Filipino barrel man. That's what someone said. So I'm kind of switching gears because I'm about to end. So I want to thank the moderators. I want to thank all of you for joining me tonight. And this is what happens when you remove his barrel. Are you all ready? Let's see. Are you all ready? It's naughty. Be happy. Have a great Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.